I'm about to eat dollar store frozen food for 5 days. And also some delicious snacks and sweet treats that I got in the non-frozen aisles.
I don't really want to start this video on an emotional note, you know, but I really do feel like bearing my soul, if you don't mind. I'm nervous. Girlies, one of my dreams is to be on a dollar bill or a quarter or a penny. I don't mind getting lost in a couch. It actually sounds quite comforting. But I've never seen a bald-headed egg person like me on money. I think we all know that one of the requirements to be on money is to wear a dusty, musty wig. So a man has to do what a man has to do. I'm ready. When is my penny photo shoot? In this video, we're gonna be eating only frozen food from dollar stores for 5 days. Monday to Friday. Did George Washington have a British accent? Cause wasn't he from Great Britain? Cause if he was the first president and then he had to come from somewhere to get here and then, right? So was he like, I love me some America? We're gonna be shopping at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and also Family Dollar as well, which I feel like is the least known out of all the dollar stores, but at least they have family, they have love, they don't need fame, you know? I thought that joke was gonna land, but honestly, it's still in the air. Hey, joke! Now, I am only gonna eat from the frozen section when it comes to my entrees. But if I see a little supple, savory snack or a sweet treat in the dry aisles that's calling my name,
Timmy!
I'm gonna allow myself to get those things too. Because it's 2026. This year is about making myself happy. It's about putting me first. And I'm focusing on joy over rules. So I'm not gonna say no to the expired bag of blue Takis. I'm not. Sorry, I know you thought more of me, but think less. Sorry, let me keep my composure because they're still painting the picture of me that's gonna be on the penny and it's coming out kind of blurry because I keep moving. Is that better? We are having 2 big meals a day, brunch and dinner. So that's 10 meals. And of course, I'm gonna taste test and review every single thing I eat. And quick disclaimer, every time I do a challenge at a more affordable place, I always wanna make this extremely clear. I am not doing this challenge to be like,
ew, eating at the Dollar Tree is so nasty. The food is so cheap. I could never do that. I couldn't do it.
Girl, I literally grew up eating Vienna sausages and banquet frozen meals. That was my whole childhood. I'm the man I am today because of all the Chef Boyardee I ate. I'm 50% Cuban, 50% preservative, and I'm proud of it. So I want you girlies to know that I've been there. And also, it's a necessity to eat on a budget for a lot of people, especially these days. Everything is a mess, including my hair. George, how did you do it? Was Martha standing by with a can of hairspray? So this video is not a nasty challenge. To me, it's just a good, honest man telling you what he likes and what he doesn't like at these dollar stores so that you can choose accordingly. Anyways, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It is the easiest way to support little old me and my whole dainty career. Also, my daughter, Regina. Look, it's still daddy. It's me. I swear I'm not a dollar bill. I'm still your papa. Also, subscribe. I make food content. So let's start this week off with an inspirational quote, shall we? Let me see here. In the words of America's sweetheart, Honey Boo Boo, $1 makes me holler. And in the words of Mama July,
Work it, Smoochie.
day 1. We're spending it at Dollar Tree. Have you ever climbed a Dollar Tree? How many leaves did you steal, you thief? Right.
Have you girlies ever noticed that the Dollar Tree logo is green? And have you noticed that money is also green? Coincidences don't exist. Fate is real. It controls us all and we need to resist it. Anyways, we're here. This is a really big Dollar Tree and they have a pretty big frozen section as well. So this is what I chose for my Monday lunch. I got this frozen roast beef and cheddar sandwich. I also got these little White Castle cheeseburger bites. And along with that, I got Carolina style barbecue Chester's fries as my appetizer. And for dessert, I got this Butterfinger ice cream bar. How buttery is your finger? That's a very personal question to me. And then for my Monday dinner, I got these Jack's Pull Apart Pizza pepperoni sticks as my appetizer. And then for my entree, I got these Tapatio chicken enchiladas. And I wanted to get this Tapatio ramen to go with it, but guess what? It was expired. Just by a few months, but I didn't want to risk it, you know. And then I checked another one. Oh, expired, and it's even older. This this would have tasted so good last summer. It would have been so fresh. And so instead I got these Frank Red Hot SpaghettiOs. Oh wait, that's even more expired. 2024, wow. I could have eaten these in the theater when I saw Barbie. Anyways, instead I got this Maruchan Yakisoba Korean barbecue flavor noodle moments. And for dessert, I got these honey buns. What do we think? So here's all the prices. You can pause if you'd like. Oh, who's that? Just to remind you, our Monday lunch is the Chester's fries, the cheeseburger bites, the roast beef sandwich, and the Butterfinger ice cream. So I cooked the White Castle bites in the air fryer, got them real nice and crispy, and I cooked the roast beef sandwich in its own bag because that's what it said to do.
Let's first try the Chester's Carolina style barbecue fries. I almost said chips. Oh my gosh, George Washington is really rubbing off on me with his British slang. It's crazy. Now, Carolina style is a mustard-based barbecue sauce, right? I love mustard anything. I love Colonel Mustard too. What a handsome man. You know, Dollar General and Colonel Mustard go way back. One was a general, one was a colonel. And they found love in a time when it was not accepted. Okay, I'm very hungry. I'm gonna just stop talking now. Oh. Mama, what is that? What is that? That stinks. It's like very sour, like Olivia Rodrigo's first album. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy. I can't stop. I love filming videos at home because I can fully be myself. And that's who I am, that big belch. I love these. I know that they smelled like someone's athlete's foot with extra cheese under the toenail. But I swear to you, they taste nothing like the rancid odor that they were emitting. They're so crunchy. They have the same exact texture as Chester's hot fries, which are a classic. We've all had them. They taste like a sweet deli mustard. Not French's, not honey, a like mustard that has all those random seeds in it. I want my mustard to look like bird food. And that's what this tastes like. There's also a bit of smokiness from the barbecue, but honestly, it's more mustardy than barbecuey, and I'm happy about that. I'm gonna give these 10 out of 10. I think they're perfection, but I'm gonna give the smell half a fart out of 10. Next up, let's try the sandwich. This is by Ray-Bens. Don't they make sunglasses too? That's a very interesting career choice. They're like, you know, I have two dreams. One is to make high-end sunglasses. The other is to make a frozen roast beef sandwich full of meat. And this is basically their roast beef and cheddar flavor sandwich. I've never had anything from this brand. I don't own their sunglasses. They're very pricey. It looks quite wet, like it's been steamed, almost like a dumpling, which is an interesting cooking method. I just followed the directions. I'm not gonna judge a sandwich by its humidity. That's not my job. My job is to eat. It smells good. I mean, it looks horrific, but I really do like the smell. Okay, you're gonna see how slayed I am, and you're gonna end up buying this and then tasting it for yourself, and you're gonna say to yourself, Timmy's the worst food critic on YouTube. This is horrible. Listen, I get it. This is not the highest quality sandwich. It does not have the best texture or flavor, but for some reason, I really am enjoying it. Do you know the trash-filled man that lives on Dumpster Lane? That's me. But there's something about the beef that just reminds me of the frozen Philly cheesesteak meat. It has that same beefy flavor. It's very simple. There's no like seasoning on it, but something about it makes me salivate. And then you can't really taste the cheese sauce, but it does add moisture and saltiness, which kind of elevates the meat. And then the bread roll is a little bit soggy, but there's no hard parts. You know, like when you microwave a sandwich type of frozen item, there is one corner of it that always turns out hard as a rock. It's a bite that tastes like drywall, but this one is kind of fluffy throughout. It's a little bit soggy, but it didn't bother me. And the roll itself has a sweet flavor. It's a little bit sweet. It's very nice. Overall, it's simple, but I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a nice 7 out of 10. Oh, okay, next up. We got our little White Castle Totino's pizza rolls. I know it's not by Totino, but girl, we can tell when people are copying each other. White Castle was like, I'm the king of the castle. Take the recipe now. I'm gonna put my tiny burger into it. Girl, it must be tiny with that superiority complex. They're fresh out the air fryer. Mama. Where's the meat? Where's the meat? I'm confused. I know RB said we got the meats, but I didn't know they took all of it. Greedy, just like White Castle King. That just looks like thickened oil. Whale blubber. I'm the whale they took the blubber from, and I want it back. Let's just open up another one. Oh, meat. It turns out we do got the meats. Arby lied. Let's see. Be strong. Okay, wait. Okay. No, I hate it. I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm back. That wasn't an exit. You know, I've had a lot of food inside of a pocket, and typically it's fine. It might have a little piece of fuzz on it or some dust from the pocket itself, but it's usually good. This is shockingly bad. Totino's girl, you're safe. Your recipe, your empire, you got nothing to worry about. These will never stand a chance. The wrapper itself, to me, tastes like oil-filled sandwich bread. It doesn't have that kind of pizza pocket wrapper vibe. And it's technically crunchy, but not in a satisfying way. Like, my molar will not be fooled. It can tell the difference between good crunch and bad crunch. And the filling was truly demonic, and I cast it back to hell. It worked. Burn. Not only did it look like solidified fat, that's exactly how it tasted. There was a hint of White Castle meat flavor in there, but I swear to you, it just tasted like old, vile, hardened grease. And that disgusted me to the depths of my soul. It not only ruined my day, it ruined my life. I'm gonna have to give that a 0 out of 10. Zero, nada. Or in French, zero. It's a flop in every country. Anyways, we have one item left, the Butterfinger ice cream bar. I've had the Twix ice cream bar. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite things. I love those tiny little cookie pieces. They bring me joy. And I love the Butterfinger like candy bar. And this is it. Okay, it looks very accurate to the real version. Aye, aye, Captain. Look at that. That might be one of the best ice cream bars I ever did have. Suddenly life is good again. Oh, there's a float forming in my stomach. I don't have words. Okay, I do have words. I like to talk too much. The ice cream itself just honestly tastes like vanilla ice cream with a hint of peanut butter, just a hint. But it's very simple and very light. The main star here is that Butterfinger filling. It tastes exactly like the candy bar. I'm pretty sure it's the same filling from the same factory. They were like, you know, let's just put the ice cream machine here and the main candy bar machine here, and we can save money that way by using the same filling. Genius. CEOs really know what they're doing, you know? It was crunchy and sweet and had the exact same vibe that I love so much, but paired with ice cream, it just made it even more worthy of love. And then the chocolate on the outside just tasted like typical candy bar chocolate. It was fine, but overall, incredible 10 out of 10. Before I go, I do have a history lesson about the Butterfinger, in case you guys don't know how it was created. There was a man named Jedediah, and he was Amish, and he was churning butter for hours. This batch was taking an extra long time for some reason. I think the sun was kind of hot. It kept melting. He kept having to remix. And then his wife, Josefina, showed up and she was like, "Hubby, where art thou? I just made a pot roast Wellington stew." And he was like, "Me love, I'm still churning, mama." And she got so impatient, she stuck her finger in the butter and said, "You're done. I matter more than this butter." And she took it out. And he saw it and he was like, "Me love your finger, it's a Butterfinger." And that's how it happened.
It's time for our Monday dinner. Oh, that zoom, wow. That was quite exhilarating. Editing Timmy really has talent. If only I was him. Oh, wait, I am. We are having the pull-apart pizza sticks, the tapatio chicken enchiladas, the yakisoba Korean barbecue noodles, and the honey buns. So I air-fried the pizza sticks. As you can see, the crumbs in my air fryer were literally flying around. I think Elphaba cast a spell on them, like the monkeys. Wow, Elphaba. PETA is gonna be pissed. And then I microwaved my tapatio enchiladas, because that's what it said to do. I took off the plastic earth-destroying lid, and the steam rose into my face and opened up my pores and also flavored them. And then I opened up the ramen. I put some water in it. I put it in the microwave. Oh wait, I forgot to add the crumbs. Let me add the crumbs real quick. I'm so mad that just happened. And then I put it back into the microwave. I cooked it. I put the seasoning in, mixed it up, and this is my dinner. What do we think, girlies?
Girlies, I'm kind of shaking right now because I think this might be the most global meal I've ever featured on my channel. We have Italiano, we got Latina, half of me. This half, spicy. This half, buttermilk. Sour. Hi, Regina. And then of course we have Asian cuisine as well. This is Korean barbecue ramen. Never had that in my life. Girl, stop screaming for food. You're gonna get your dinner a little later when it's time. It's not her dinner time yet. Yes, global meal. I'm feeling very connected to the world right now. And in fact, I do have the ability to access 100% of my brain. And so give me a second, I'm gonna download each of the languages. Ay, papi, hola, ¿cómo estás, pancetta? Why don't we first try these pizza pocket stick thingies by Jack's? You'd think for an Italian brand, it would be named like Mauricio. But no, this is just Jack. That doesn't make him any less Italian. My name's Timmy, I'm half Cuban. You'd think my name would be Javier Bardem. Okay, that's how it looks. It is hot, fresh out the air fryer. Let's see what it's giving. That was so much better than expected. Honestly, this crust looks extremely bland. And while it is, I really love the fillings. The fillings really shine. It tastes like an elevated version of a Hot Pocket. I feel like the cheese is cheesier, it's saltier, it's creamier. The marinara sauce is a little bit tangier and more flavorful. And I think it has pepperonis because I can taste them, but I can't really see them. They are pepperonis that are hiding. They're like, don't look at me. My grease, it's too bright. It's like looking at the sun. Don't do it to yourself. And it added such a nice tang. So while the crust is extremely basic, I really did enjoy this. Now, I did not talk about the fact that I have had the gout before, and I'm not going to. I'm gonna stop talking about that. I really am. I am gonna stop talking about the fact that I once ate 60 turkey pepperonis, and I didn't even know the gout existed, to be honest. So I really enjoyed them without fear. I'm sorry, that was the trauma coming out. Then I woke up in the middle of the night, and my big toe was so swollen, you'd think it was an arm. It was huge. So painful. And ever since then, I've been very careful when I eat pepperonis, but I'm so glad I did not talk about that today because I just don't think it's important to where I'm at in my life right now. So maybe I'll mention it next time and I'll tell you the whole story. I'm gonna give that a nice 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it. It's like good trashy pizza. Next up, let's try the Korean barbecue noodles. This is a yakisoba. Now, yakisobas just don't have that much broth. They're more so just like saucy noodles. Oh! Mmm. This is gonna be hard for me to critique because I gotta be honest, I've never had real Korean barbecue. Like I've never been to a Korean barbecue restaurant. Is that where you have to like grill your own meat? That's why I haven't been. That's why I don't wanna work for my food. But I've always wanted to try it and I thought, oh, today's my chance. I don't know if this is that authentic. I really don't, because to me, this just tastes like teriyaki sauce on noodles. Now it's fantastic, it's delicious. Teriyaki sauce is very tangy. It's sweet, it has a brown sugary richness to it and a nice umami vibe, you know? But I'm assuming that Korean barbecue tastes different than teriyaki. Call me crazy, that's just my assumption. But I really don't care because it's so delicious. I'm enjoying it so much. Now, I don't know what the little bits are. I think there's some sort of dried up, dehydrated, and then brought back to life meat in here. Yeah, I think that's like beef dust. It's actually kind of good. It's actually kind of meaty, wow. I think there's some dehydrated onions here as well, but like when they're in the bite with the noodles, I can't really taste them. So they're just whatever to me. This is so good, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I loved it. Next up, we got the tapatio enchilada. Let me delete my exorcism reminder. I was gonna do that later, but it just came out already. So delete, there we go. I've never tried tapatio hot sauce. As you can see, I haven't tried any of these things, but a YouTuber that I used to watch loves tapatio hot sauce. And it really made me wanna try tapatio, but I haven't gotten the chance. Today's my chance. This is such a crazy, hectic situation type deal type moment for me. So I'm really excited. Ooh. Oh my. Listen, I was very concerned about these enchiladas because when I was microwaving them, sorry about the food in my mouth, I'm eating, what do you want from me? The aroma that came out of them was not as bad as the athlete foot cheese Carolina fries, but it was quite strong. You know when there's so much cumin in a dish, Latinas know, there's so much cumin in a dish that it makes the whole house smell like a Victorian era person's armpit when they did not know that soap existed. They were just soaking in grime. That's what it smelled like. So I was like, oh no, I'm having pit for dinner. Can I at least get a side of Old Spice? Don't eat Old Spice. I have to say that as a YouTuber, don't do that. It was a joke. Even if it has a nice little spice to it. But let me tell you, these are amazing. There's no BO essence whatsoever. And as far as frozen enchiladas go, these are some of the best I've had. The tortillas were nice and thick and chewy in a good way. And the sauce is the best part. Let me tell you, it tastes like enchilada sauce, but not like the canned enchilada sauce that tastes super artificial. This actually tastes pretty fresh and it does have a nice, tangy, sour, hot sauce kick to it. So it's a little bit spicy, very sour, and there's a strong tomato flavor as well. Love. The chicken inside really is just like a chicken mush. It is flavorless, but the sauce does enough heavy lifting that does not matter. Just like whatever people think of you doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you think about yourself. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm gonna have to give that a nice strong 8.5 out of 10. Dinner's very strong, girlies. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me. You know, let's celebrate by putting this back on. Oh, mama. Oh, you know, it's kind of giving Nellie Olson. Laura Ingalls, look at that dress. Did your mother make that for you? Is that your only Sunday dress you own? It's the color of dirt. I'm disgusted. My mother makes me a new dress every week with the linens from her store. Your mother sells eggs to her, rotten ones. I hate you, Laura Ingalls. I hate you. Let's take that off. Too much negativity from Nellie Olson today. I'm so sorry. Last but not least, we have the honey buns. Come on, Mozart. Now, what is the difference between a honey bun and a sticky bun? Can anyone answer that? Is one based on the right cheek and one based on the left cheek? Is that what's going on? Okay, these are quite small and there's only 4 of them in here, but let's make the best of it. I love honey buns. You guys don't know how much I love honey buns. I think I would eat a honey bun over like creme brulee, over anything. Ah! Did you see my love handle? One more bite, just a bite. We'll save the rest for later. Okay, Mr. Freshly's, you've got it. You have a huge future ahead of you. You know, I heard that his daughter is Little Debbie and he actually disowned her because she took the family recipes and made an empire and left him behind. She said, Daddy, the money is mine. Those are almost perfect honey buns. They're tiny but dry. That's my only critique. But otherwise, they have the perfect honey bun flavor. A honey bun kind of tastes like a donut with extra glaze and a certain honey type warmth and a slight cinnamon flavor that kind of differentiates it from a donut. There's not much more to say about a processed honey bun besides the fact that I am in love. I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10. Wow, dinner really was a slay. We have 4 days left. This is why I was put on this earth, to eat that. Day 2. Girly, so I'm here at the Dollar General Market. I've never heard of a Dollar General Market. Apparently it's like a Dollar General, but it's bigger and they have produce. Like they probably have kale. Isn't that crazy? Am I gonna buy the kale? Of course not. Am I vegan? Yes, I am, but I'm a fun vegan. I live on French fries. And I was gonna film my little daily intro outside. I was actually gonna do the cat's eye gnarly choreography because that's my workout for the month. But I gotta be honest, the area is a little shady. Just a little bit. I always put safety before working it and slaying it, mama, you know? You'd think that would come first. It doesn't. Maybe I'll do the choreo for you later, I don't know. But it's also very cold outside today for some reason. Like all of a sudden, when I went outside, I got a chill sent down my spine through my crack. It was kind of exhilarating, but also painful. And that's probably how Elsa feels when she sharts. I feel so bad for that girl. That's a curse, not a gift.
This is what the outside of the Dollar General Market looks like. And this is the inside. Honestly, it looks like any other store. Just, you know, it just needs a good scrubbing. Just someone has to scrub the floors. Let's get Cinderella in here and her mice friends and put them to work. There's the produce. I did not see any kale, but I did see lettuce, which is close enough. And the frozen aisle here was honestly huge. But the prices were pretty high. high, to be honest. I don't know why it's even called Dollar General when most things don't cost $1. CEO, we have to rework the branding. We really do. For my Tuesday lunch, I decided to get these cheesy potato bites by Checkers. I also got some fast fixin' chicken nuggets. And then I got some Mingles by Pringles jalapeno and queso flavor. And then I also got these Juicy Drop gummy mystery cubes for dessert. Why not? Let's get crazy. And then for my Tuesday dinner, I got this gorgeous pepperoni frozen pizza. I also got this Fast Bites barbecue rib sandwich. And then I also got this Armor pretzel dog. It is ready and prepared to take on a battle. And then for dessert, I got these orange filled cookies. So here's the prices if you want to pause. It was a bit pricier than Dollar Tree, but nothing too crazy. Help! He's escaping! Oh! So just to remind you, for our Tuesday lunch, we're having the Pringle Mingles, we're having frozen chicken nuggets, cheesy potato bites, and these mystery candies. So I basically just air fried the chicken nuggets and the potato bites. They look very similar, like sisters actually, and they were done and super crispy. So let's feast.
Guys, I really want to be part of Cat's Eye. I feel like the only thing they're missing is a bald-headed man. This smells so good. These cheesy tots are screaming at me. Okay, chill. Oh, my leg down. Let's try these Pringles Mingles. That's weird. That's what they look like. I hate them, but I can't stop eating them. Oh. I'm full of hate. I'm a little confused. I thought that the Mingle branding meant that there's two separate flavors of chips in the bag and they're just kind of thrown together. Mama, this is one flavor. It's jalapeno and queso together. I kind of like the idea of like different chips mixed. I don't know. This is kind of disappointing to me. Like I would typically say make up your mind, pick one flavor and move on with your life. But I'm feeling kind of crazy and hectic today and I wanted some variety. So there's that, but I do love the texture. It's crunchy yet pillowy, like a mattress that has 1,000 stains. But the flavor to me tastes like spicy okra. Like there's a strong okra flavor. And while there is a slight spice and a slight cheesiness, the main flavor is okra. So I don't know what to tell you. I guess we can turn this into gumbo. I'm gonna have to give those a 4 out of 10. Just because I'm eating a lot of them doesn't mean they're good. It just means I'm pathetic. Next up, let's try the chicken nuggets. So these are, what was the name of this brand? I almost broke my tongue. It's Fast Fixin' Chicken Nuggets. Yo! Let's try them. Okay. You know, the word fixin' reminds me of my wife, Tammy. You know, she's a Southern Belle, which is kind of like Taco Bell, but with an accent like this. And every time she makes me supper, she says, "Hubby, I'm fixing supper." And I always tell her, "Tammy, I don't want no food, mama. I just want you. Let's skip to dessert." We had such a fun time together. These chicken nuggets are good. Well, they're not good, but they're not bad. They taste truly like any frozen nugget you've ever had. Not as good as like fast food nuggets, but a decent frozen one. It's a little foamy on the inside, but it did get crispy on the outside. And it has that rib meat, bland chicken flavor. I'm fine with it. I really am. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 for cheap frozen nuggets, okay? You know, I'm so hyped for these. Oh my God. The concept of a frozen cheesy potato ball. I had no clue that Checkers or Rally's even had these cheesy potato bites. I didn't make a lot of them because I was like, if they're good, I'm gonna want a whole bucket. So let me prepare. Oh. Girlies, it's potatoes and cheese, so I'm still gonna devour, but I'm fine. I wanted something delicious real bad. You know, this sadness is turning into rage. Rage! You named my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster? Jake. Edward, change me. I'm gonna get old and you're not gonna love me anymore. I expected this coming from Rally's, but from Checkers? Wow, the disappointment is real. They are crispy, they're crunchy. The breading does have a gorgeous, bright, golden brown, orangey look to it, which makes it look more appetizing than it is. But the flavor of the breading does slightly taste greasy. Not super strong, but there is a grease flavor there, which threw me off. Now, the filling does have a fantastic texture. It's cheesy, and it feels like mashed potato-y. And that's comforting for my soul, my mind, my heart. But the flavor of it, honestly, it tastes like stuffing. Why does my mashed potato cheesy bites taste thankful? That's a plot twist that I did not expect. There is a strong thyme flavor, maybe even some rosemary. And I'm just like, why are we trying to get fancy here? Why are we adding herbs? This is a cheesy potato bite. We keep it simple, we keep it gooey. I think Rally's is really trying to prove herself and be like, do the other fast food places add herbs? Besides KFC with their 11 herbs and spices, everyone else is bland. We're gonna add the thyme. And because of their massive ego, they failed. They're not disgusting. I'm gonna give them a 4 out of 10. Now, dessert. I'm so hyped for this. Okay. I know candy is not a typical dessert I would choose, but it's 2026. We're mixing it up. See, this is the year of fun. So that's why I chose this. I've never seen anything like this. It's a candy that you peel, and then there's a special gummy on the inside. What if I just didn't peel it? What if I just ate it without ever finding out the mystery? What then? But of course, I follow the rules, so I will do it. I will obey. Okay, these are so, oh my God, they're so cute and shiny. Look at those. Do you see them? Oh, I can sort of see it in there. What do you think that is? A rosebud? I'm nervous. I feel like Nancy Drew. Nancy Drew and the curse of the gummy cube. Okay, let's rip this open. Okay, maybe it's the thick gelatinous grease that's coating my fingers, but this is really hard to bust open. Okay, oh, I got it. Oh, what is it? It's a little shark. Is that a chicken? Do you see it? Stop looking at my wrinkles. Yes, I was born with weirdly wrinkly hands. Oh, they got very different textures. Oh, what is this one? Is that a chinchilla? The inner gummy is softer and it has a stronger flavor, and the outer gummy is very chewy, not as fun to eat. But overall, tastes like classic berry flavored gum and candy. I'm not mad. I really don't care about seeing the inside. I don't. I'm over it. Whoa.
It's time for our Tuesday dinner. So as you can see, we got the pretzel dog, the pepperoni pizza, the fast bite barbecue rib sandwich, and also the orange filled cookies. I spoke so fast and I have a stutter. Look guys, I'm making progress. So I opened up the pizza, I looked closely at it, and I noticed it had sausage. I didn't know this was a 3-meat beef fest pizza. Oh wait, that's pepperoni. It's just gray. Why is it gray? Why? There's no such thing as a naturally gray food. Do not listen to Lumiere. He's a liar. As you can see, this one is currently transforming to gray. Anyways, this is my cooked meal. We have the hot dog, the sandwich, and oh, who is that? She doesn't even go here.
Intruder! Intruder! This one's not from Dollar General. I would like to apologize. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I did not want to eat that gray pepperoni. I don't have an appetite for Voldemort jerky. And I know that there's gonna be comments saying,
Timmy, I would have eaten it. You wasted that pizza.
okay, well, you're a better person than me, congratulations. My literal job is to eat. So if I get food poisoning, I have to literally stop working until I feel normal again. And I can't do that. Mama's on a strict schedule, okay? And also, I'm sorry, but the look of the pepperoni, it was so pale, it was bringing back some terrible memories for me. You know, I used to know Beth from Little Women, and right before she got the fever, right before it struck like lightning, she turned so pale. She turned gray. And Marmee actually thought about dumping her out, just like I did with the pizza, but she was like, oh, but she makes the best biscuits. Let's keep her for now. So instead, I did have some frozen TGI Fridays, potato skins in my freezer. I got them during the holidays and I never ate them. So I thought to myself, dinner. Let's start with this hot dog that seems quite clingy. We need to set boundaries. Stop looking at me like that. That's intimidating. I'm gonna first try it without mustard. Water. I'm literally only drinking water to avoid comments saying, Timmy, you drink too much soda. This is deleting the soda within me. It's not terrible, but it's very bad. I think my favorite part is the mustard. I love French, what can I say? Oh, this is not French's, this is Berman's. Why not? This is my favorite. The hot dog itself has a good hot doggy, classic beefy flavor, but the texture is quite mushy, and that kind of gave me the ick. Now, the wrapper is supposed to be a pretzel roll. This is supposed to be a pretzel roll. It doesn't look like a pretzel. It also does not taste like a pretzel. The texture is just kind of like soggy bread, and the flavor is not salty. There's no pretzel-y aura. It's like soggy bread on a mushy hot dog. I have to give it a 3 out of 10. I'm so sorry. But next up, we got the barbecue sandwich. Let's open it up and just check for any blue fur. Oh, nothing. It's our lucky day. It's a pork patty with barbecue and a bun. Oh. Let me try it with some mustard. Why not? Ragu. It's from the brand Fast Bite. I thought the name was instructions. I want soda. You're probably thinking, Timmy, you have no self-control. You know what? You're probably right. And what about it? And what? You have nothing to say.
The power of Mordor flows through me!
I kind of like this. You know, I feel like it could be a lot grosser than it is. The gross level is like a 2 out of 10. It could have been a 20, but it's not, and I appreciate that. The bun is not soggy. It's not hard. It's nice and fluffy, to be honest. I really like the barbecue sauce. It's sweet. It's tangy. It's a classic barbecue. Now, the pork patty itself, it does taste like pulled pork, but it's kind of, how do I describe it? It kind of disintegrates when you chew it. And I know most food, you know, falls apart as it should because you're attacking it with your teeth, but this really disintegrates like an Avenger. It's like Thanos snapped and he said, I want every Fast Bite pork sandwich to turn to dust right now. I can't snap. I've never learned how to snap. It just kind of has a weird flakiness to it, but the flavor isn't bad. Like I said, it tastes like pork. And I really appreciate that the patty is just round and normal. I feel like a lot of the times when there's a pork patty, like on a McRib, it will be molded into the shape of a rack of ribs with bones in it. Why? Why do we do this to ourselves? I mean, when we eat Jell-O, we don't reshape it back into cartilage. We don't make nose and ear Jell-O. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels very redundant and pointless. So I'm just happy to see this is a normal hockey puck. I think I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Honestly, I'm being a little generous, but it was not bad. It really wasn't. Now, we have my TGI Fridays potato skins. I've had these before, but let's pretend I haven't. And let's pretend I found them at Dollar General. Oh my gosh, they were on sale. The General said, potato skins, lower that price. Cheese, put some extra, why not? I'm in a giving mood. They're fresh out the oven, super crispy, so let's go in. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And I did bring the salt over here because potato type items typically need salt, okay? I forgot how good these are. That is probably the best thing I've had so far in this video. And it's not even from it's not from a dollar store. Those are better than most sit-down restaurant potato skins. The thing is, at sit-down restaurants, they always give you this really thick potato skin with real shredded cheese. Who wants that? Not me. Really chunky bacon bits. It's too much. These are thinner. They get really crispy in the oven. And the cheese is a cheese sauce. It's almost like queso, but with more of a tame, almost beer cheese flavor to it. Oh, I love beer. I love being a man. Is my stool gonna break? But it also has shredded cheese on top of it. So it's 2 cheeses, they melt together, it gets very ooey gooey. And then the bacon bits are very, very, very small crumbs. They're not chewy, but they add that bacony flavor. And they get really crispy in the oven. So, j'adore Dior. 10 out of 10, I'm so happy to be here. Once again, thank you for having me over again. Last but not least, we have dessert, the Clover Valley Orange-filled cookies. Now I looked up what Clover Valley is. Apparently it's Dollar General's store brand. So I'm impressed they have a store brand. Okay, it's giving bougie, but also I love the name, Clover Valley. You know, Clover is actually Hidden's cousin, and Hidden's never put herself out there. She's always been in the shadows saying, my valley is too wide set. I don't want it to be seen, but Clover says, look at me, I'm here, I'm proud to be a valley. Look at me, look at me. So let's try these. Ooh, oh, these look good. They're thinner than I thought. They smell like a big orange, like a big citrusy burst. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, these cookies have an amazing texture. The chocolate is really crunchy. I'm talking like, it feels like you're eating a flaming hot Cheeto, but it's chocolate. That's crazy, that's out there. And then the cookie itself is very soft. It reminds me of, what are those Starbucks cookies called that are shaped kind of like a flower or a shell? And they're called like medallions or something? No, Madeleine. It has the same texture as that. So it's very soft. And then the orange filling on the inside is very thin. They made it look real thick here, girl. Must be Photoshop. But it does have a nice orangey flavor. It goes so well with the chocolate. But there is a slight Chips Ahoy soft baked processed flavor to it. It's light, it's not taking over, but it's there. I see it, I don't respect it. I wish it was not here with us on this day, but it doesn't ruin the cookie. All the other elements work together and the texture, I can't get over the texture. It's perfection. 8 out of 10, I gotta say. Okay, that's the end of day 2. I'll see you tomorrow. I have a few more potato skins that I'm gonna devour right now. Day 3 leche. That means day 3 milks. And in case you don't understand why I said that, I don't either. So we're in the same boat. Okay, so we are currently at Dollar Tree, but not really. Oh, I came here because I was like, I wanna go to Family Dollar. I've never been to a Family Dollar and I was super hyped about it. It turns out the Family Dollar is right next to a Dollar Tree. Do you see it? Oh, mi familia, the whole family is here. Now, I don't even know if Family Dollar has a frozen section. If they don't, we'll just walk on over to the tree, climb it, and pick some frozen meals off of it. By the way, just quick update, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. The first day, I was getting over a stomach issue that I had because a couple days before that, I ate a big bowl of peanuts, like a massive bowl. I felt like a squirrel just hoarding nuts. And I think all that fiber messed with my stomach. And for the following days, I was getting this urge to
Diarrhea.
massively. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is the first day I quietly felt kind of icky, but I think that the frozen dollar store food kind of cured me, which is crazy to say. If only Beth from Little Women had some dollar store frozen food to cure her ailments.
Hello, Papa. Hello, Mama. Hello, Auntie. Hello, Grandfather. We are at the Family Dollar. This is the inside. It looks just like the Dollar Tree, to be honest, but with less foliage. And this is the freezer section. They actually had a big assortment of different things besides the empty part of it. For my Wednesday lunch, I got these Louisiana Heat chips by Wrap Snacks. And I also got this sausage and gravy deep dish pie. And also a mega bowl with hot honey, mac and cheese, and chicken. Iconic. And this maple sugar waffle for my lunch dessert. Now for dinner, I got these Michelina's taco bites for my appetizer. And I got another pizza. Yes, I did. I know it's sideways. Give me a second. Oh, I love technology. And I got some pasta to go with my pizza, a garlic chicken skillet, plus for dessert, these Hostess Danishes. Ooh. So it's time for our Wednesday lunch. Now keep in mind, I'm making all this from scratch, so bear with me if it takes a while. So here's my gravy pie. The directions said to cut a crack into it, so I tried to make it look very similar to mine. And I popped it in the microwave. It was kind of like bubbling, like it was about to burst, and it was very suspenseful, but it never did. It kept its shape, and I took it out. It was done. And then, of course, I microwaved the Banquet Mega Bowl, and I mixed it halfway through, cooked it all the way, and that's it. That's lunch.
This looks surprisingly good. I feel like I've made a very nice spread here. It's like a charcuterie board, but instead of meats and crackers, it's just frozen meals. Let's first try these Wrap Snacks. They're called Ooey Wavy. I am gonna attempt to wrap while I eat them because that's what I think you're supposed to do. Louisiana Heat flavor, let's go. My name's Timmy. I like to eat. I've got corns on my feet. My toenail used to be ingrown, but now it's not, and I sit on a throne. Ah! Oh my gosh. You want to talk about mama. Let's try it. Oh. Mmm. I was waiting for her to sniff her paw. Every time that she itches her ear, she like sniffs it. Disgusting. I love her. I love you. I love these. They're not marketed as barbecue, but barbecue is the main flavor. Let's just be real here. Let's take a moment and be serious. They are spicy, so it's like a spicy barbecue with maybe a hint of hot sauce tinginess, but it's really mainly a barbecue chip. They're kind of thick cut, very crunchy. I love them. Next up, we got the banquet meal. Now, give me a second. Well, that was a very satisfying end to my itch. This is the Banquet Mega Bowls Mike's Hot Honey Chicken Mac and Cheese. So it's basically mac and cheese, chicken nuggets, and hot honey. It has every food group you need. This is the whole food pyramid in a bowl. Sorry, I was just reading the hieroglyphics. I love history. So I'm super hyped to have this. Like I said, I grew up on banquet meals, but they didn't have these bowls back in the day. Also, they're mega bowls. So I can really relate to them because people say I look like Mega Mind. Really? Okay. Could be worse. You know what? There we go. That should help. A little bit of seasoning. That's not bad. With the chips, it's definitely doable. Without the chips, it's not gross. Yay. But the mac and cheese tastes flavor-wise really watered down. It's kind of like mac and Dasani, but with less salt, because Dasani has like some salt, right? It's just kind of flavorless. Now, the texture of it's pretty nice. It's a typical mac and cheese saucy vibe, so that's good. The hot honey, though, just tasted like pure honey, like just sweetness. I didn't get any heat from it, so that was disappointing to me. But the chicken nuggets weren't terrible. I remember Banquet's chicken nuggets honestly tasting like cardboard that's been sitting in water. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever had that? It's one of my least favorite snacks. But this tasted like any old Tyson nugget. Was it good? Hell no. So it's a very bland bowl, but it's not a bad bowl. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 10. With the chips, it would be like a 7, to be honest. They made it really good. Next up, we got the sausage and gravy pie. I just know people in other countries see stuff like this and they think, trashy American. Well, I'm so happy that your pies are so full of class. Oh, you make a rhubarb pie? Congratulations. What even is that? What's a rhubarb? I like my pie full of gravy. And I don't think that's something I should be ashamed of. Wait a second, I just realized both of my main entrees for this meal are by Banquet. How did I not notice that? This is a literal banquet of banquet. This is called the sausage and gravy deep dish. Oh my gosh, another name I relate to. Let's try it. As you can see, there is sausage and gravy. Oh my god. It's giving. Slap my Yorkshire and call me pudding. Oh my god. I love this. I love this. And you know, I heard that this is also Keira Knightley's favorite kind of pie as well. Oh no, it's happening. Ugh, spit. Hi, it's me, Keira Knightley. You know, my nan used to make the same pie for me every Christmas morning. She would say, Keira, is it crispy enough for you? And I would say, Nan, it's perfect, it's lovely. You know, I love it. I do. It tastes exactly how you think it would taste. The crust is a buttery, flaky crust, and that's all I've ever needed from a crust. The filling is great. It tastes like a simple white country gravy with big chunks of sausage. I'm talking like pizza topping sized sausages. Has a classic sausage flavor. Is it the best thing ever? No, but I think it's a good sausage and gravy pie. And I've had so many bad ones. I'm gonna have to give it an 8 out of 10. Last but not least, we have this waffle. Now, this is the kind of waffle that has sugar crystals in it. The first time I had a sugar crystal filled waffle, I was like, why are there sugar cubes in my waffle? Did the person making this think it was a coffee? What is going on? But then I've tried them like a couple more times throughout my life and I actually really like the sugar crystals now. I think they work. So let's see what it's giving. I hate it. I hate it. That's disgusting. It's a waffle. How is a waffle disgusting? This waffle is dried up, but that's not the worst part of it. The flavor tastes like beef fat. Why does it taste like beef fat? Is there beef in my waffle? You girlies know I'm vegan, so that's really upsetting. And it also has a slight maple flavor, but like that really processed maple syrup flavor. Disgusting. 1 out of 10. Uno, papi. Otherwise, though, I had a pretty good lunch. Let me just say that.
For our Wednesday dinner, we are having the taco bites, the 3-meat pizza, the garlic chicken pasta skillet, and the hostess Danish. So let's start cooking. So I made my pizza dough, I let the yeast rise overnight, and then I cured my pepperonis and chopped them up. And now for the pasta, I flew to Italy to create these perfect linguine da Vinci noodles. And I picked all the veggies from my garden. I just mixed that up and I let the sauce melt. And as you can see, it's looking really vile. My pizza finished cooking in my brick fire oven. And this is the final meal. What do we think, girlies? Do we think it looks good? Don't lie.
Okay, girlies, I have a bone to pick with Mr. Michelina Angelo. And it's not a fake bone like in the McRib, it's a real bone. First of all, your paintings in the 1600s or whatever, they weren't that good. They really weren't. Second of all, Michelina used to make buffalo flavored pizza rolls. I used to eat them all the time back in the day. They were incredible. They were trash, but they were good trash. Then all of a sudden, they stopped making them. I haven't seen them in years. I just don't get it. Did you run out of buffalo? I've seen them roaming around in Montana, owned by Hannah. You know, I've seen them, so I don't get why they're not here. I'm still mad about it, but let's try the taco version. Hopefully they're good. Frostbite. Rawr. Okay, Michael. Can I call you Mikey? Ooh, love a nickname. Okay, I'm happy. They're not amazing, let me just say that. They do have a frostbitten flavor. So I'm assuming that the container was not airtight and some oxygen did sink in. The rolls themselves, they were like, I can breathe. This is great, but their flavor got kind of messed up. Other than that though, these are kind of great. They have a really good taco flavor and something about them reminds me of taquitos from 7-Eleven. And that is praise I rarely give any other food. I think the texture's nice. They're pretty crunchy even though I cooked them in the microwave. I know, don't be mad at me, but I didn't feel like turning on the air fryer. It was too much work to press multiple buttons. So I'm pretty happy with those. I have to give them a nice strong 6 out of 10. Wait, I need a fork. Surround sound burp. Oh, that's one of the craziest things I've ever done on my channel. We're just getting more quirky every day. Let's try this pasta. So what was it called? Garlic chicken skillet meal. Now this is by Chester Hills. I looked up Chester Hills. It's Family Dollar's store brand. It's kind of similar to Hidden Valley and Clover Valley, but it's its own thing. It's a hill. It's like, look at those valleys. Empty, just a big space and nothing. I love the confidence that Chester is exuding right now. Now, confidence can't save the day sometimes. It's not everything. And visually, this looks terrible. It looks horrendous. The sauce, when I was cooking it, it really did just look like transparent glass. Like if you melted down a window and you were looking through it. It just didn't look creamy, it didn't look thick, it looked so unappetizing. I think the sauce has soaked into everything, so this is just kind of like a dry pasta. There's chicken, carrots, corn, and broccoli. Let's see what it's giving. I can't do it. Mama, that wasn't Clover Valley, that was Cloverfield. That's a monster right there. Have you ever used a sponge to clean dishes? Did it start to smell like bacteria? Right. Did you sniff it and get disgusted multiple times? This tastes like how a bacteria-filled sponge smells. Wow, I've never dragged food harder. It tastes like germs. This is what Beth ate. This brought on the fever. I get that it's supposed to taste like garlic, and it does, but it tastes like rotten garlic. It tastes like garlic that's been sitting in one of your fridge drawers for the past 8 months, collecting mold and dirt from the potatoes next to it. At least it has a hobby, collecting. And then the chicken just tastes completely processed, no flavor. The veggies are crunchy, and I don't feel like this veggie blend goes well with pasta. I'm gonna have to give that a minus 850 out of 0, which is the calculation of pi. It's a number that is so low, we cannot fathom it with our human brains. Get out of here! Next up, we got pizza. None of the meat looks gray. Well, you know, the sausage is naturally kind of a gray color, but that's normal. And of course, there's pepperoni and I think some beef. This is our pizza redemption moment. Now, I don't know if I cooked it long enough. I think the middle of it might be a little raw. It might be a little doughy. And that's because I cooked it on a pan. I'm sorry, but I don't like cooking pizza on the rack. I don't like cleaning drippy, ooey gooey, cheesy grease off of my oven floor. But I think because of that, it maybe needed to be cooked longer. It's okay. I found out once I cut into it, it was too late. So don't be mad at me. I'm just gonna avoid the center a little bit. This is what the Italians call the pop it and lock it. Oh my gosh, Mr. Mr. Chestnut! Mr. Chestnut, I'm so glad you made it through roasting on an open fire. That was great, I have to say. Is it the best frozen pizza ever? No, but it's as good as DiGiorno, which is not delivery. It's never been. The crust, at least the parts that I ate, were fully cooked and very fluffy, crunchy on the bottom. They tasted like fresh bread, so that's great quality crust. The sauce was quite sweet, like sweeter than other pizza sauces, but it was very tangy as well. The cheese tasted like cheese, it was fine. And pepperoni tastes like pepperoni, sausage tastes like sausage, but it was all very strong, like weirdly strong. So I really, really like that. I definitely recommend, as long as you check the expiration date, girl. Wow, 9 out of 10. Whoa, things are looking up. Oh my gosh, have you guys seen the trailer for that Steven Spielberg like alien movie with Emily Blunt when she's like, I was like, that's how I feel when I stutter. Let's try this Hostess Danish. I'm getting pizza sauce all over the box. It's fine. I can lick it right up later. I love Hostess, but I've never had their Danishes. So I'm super intrigued. This is like if Hostess was sold in IKEA. Let's see. Oh, it's a little soggy. Why is it soggy? You know, if you ever feel like something tastes questionable, do not send it through your esophagus. Did it taste questionable to me? Yes. Did I still eat it because I'm really craving something sweet and I'm a little bit desperate? Yes. Never do that. Here I am refusing to eat gray pepperonis, but a sweet treat, that's where my weakness lies. That's my kryptonite. I can see that it maybe tasted good a couple months ago. It is not expired. It expires in about a month. That's also why I still ate it, but something tasted off, just a little something. Like something about it tasted a little, what's the word? Earthy. And we all know that the earth did not grow this. A factory manufactured it. I don't think this is that natural, in my opinion. So I can't have any more just in case, but I did kind of enjoy it through that weird taste. It's still very soft, very supple, and the cherry flavor tastes like a cherry pie filling. I love that. I think it's good, I just don't trust it. And that sounds like a lot of people you're friends with. Be careful. I'm gonna have to give this a 2 out of 10. But otherwise, I had a pretty good meal, right? Day 4. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm in a mood. I'm spiraling. I'm trying to spiral and turn, but I can't do that in the seat. I woke up with this weird small pain right here, like underneath my rib, my TGI Fridays whiskey bourbon rib. And it's not bad. It's like, it's a little like, but of course I Googled it and now I'm convinced I'm gonna give birth to a kidney stone and these are contractions. I hope I don't. I never had a kidney stone. My Mima once did and she was like, oh, it's more painful than a chicken getting plucked. And so because of that, I'm nervous. I'm in the depths of despair, but we're gonna still have a great day and hopefully this little pain will go away. Let's go.
We are back at Dollar Tree. I did fall out of the tree when I tried to climb it, but I never give up and I'm trying again. So for my Thursday lunch, I got the Goya empanada chicken empanada. Wait, I said the words in the wrong order because the packaging also says them in the wrong order. It's fine. And I got this big burrito by Tina. Oh, Tina, your burrito is so big. And I got these dill pickle little popcorn kernels and these wild raspberry filled gummy candies for my lunch dessert. Now for dinner, I got the buffalo style chicken egg roll. I also got some steamed beef pho dumplings and this gorgeous chicken fried beef steak mega bowl by Banquet once again, and some Edward? Chocolate cream pie. This is the price. Pause if you'd like. We are back home about to eat our lunch. So basically, I just put the burrito and the empanada in the air fryer, and that was it. They were done, and the other things did not have to be cooked. So let's eat.
Good news! Good news! I feel like a new person because the pain is gone. Well, like almost all the way. It moved. I think it's a big, nasty, gassy stinker being blocked by a caca. Do you know why? Because I feel a pressure on my exit. It's saying, let me out now, please. Just in case though, I am drinking water instead of soda to give my kidneys a break. You know, they work hard processing all that aspartame, you know. Let's first try my dill pickle popcorn, which is actually perfect because popcorn has fiber. I mean, not that I need more of it, but it does not have that strong of a smell. I expected a big burst of sourness going straight through my sinuses. Tastes burnt. I think it is burnt. Regina, you wanna smell this? She's like, don't bother me, never mind, go back to bed. So the seasoning on the popcorn is fantastic. It really tastes like a briny pickle. And I'm not talking bread and butter pickles. If you prefer those, you're a terrible person. I'm talking about dill. It's that classic, amazing, acidic pickle flavor. But the popcorn itself, ooh, ouch. I have a message for the CEO of Pop Daddy. That's the name. Listen up here, Daddy. You need to fix your production within the factories. How does a factory burn popcorn and then sell it? Look at the color of the kernels. That's burnt. Did the robots mess up? Aren't they supposed to not mess up? They're robots. They don't have sins. They don't have faults. It doesn't make sense. Like if I made this at home, I'd be like, okay, this is normal for me. But in a factory, that's just weird. So I don't like the popcorn itself. I love the seasoning. 5 out of 10. I think that's fair. So now it's time for the empanada. Sorry, there's some air fryer crumbs stuck to it. I got this so crispy. I'm so proud of myself. I was very patient today. This is by Goya. Lumpia Adobo. Goya is a bean company. They make canned beans and apparently now empanada as well. I just realized we got the fibery popcorn, the bean company empanada. There's beans in this burrito. I got my gas pain. Guys, this meal identifies as a big fart. Anyways, ooh. Oh. Look at the chicken filling. That looks really nice. It's steaming hot. Sorry, I think there was a bit too much force there. I felt like a windmill. Okay. This one's got a little sweetness to it. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. So I don't know if you could tell, but I am half Cuban. A lot of people don't know that. And I've had a lot of empanada, especially at like Cuban bakeries. And I have to say, this tastes very similar to those. Not quite as good, but almost as good. Ay, caramba. What does that mean? I should know that I'm half Cuban, but I don't, so tell me. The empanada wrapper is so crispy and so flaky. It does have kind of a watered down flavor to it. I feel like empanada wrappers aren't as buttery as, let's say, a croissant or like a Danish, you know, but that's very normal, I feel. So it just felt legit to me. And the filling was great. The chicken tasted totally real, not processed. It was in nice shreds. There was a tomatoiness, but also a strong sweetness that tasted pretty authentic to me. Honestly, a 10 out of 10. Whoa. Regina, what do you think about the 10 out of 10? She does not care. She does not care. Next up, we got this big bean burrito. It did kind of bust open. It was like, I'm so filled. I'm about to snap. And that's what it did. Who's this by? This is by Tina. Okay, Tina. She's just the mom from the suburbs that was like, you know what? One of my friends is Latina. Let me start a burrito company. I'm just gonna, make a wish. Okay, I made it. Making a wish on a massive burrito is much more effective than making a wish on a wishbone. This is the filling. It looks actually very meaty. This is just the beef and bean version. Let's see how it tastes. A little too much filling. That's gonna be better. Okay. Tina, it's not bad, but I think you should go back to making tater tot casserole. It's what you're good at. The tortilla itself did get quite crunchy, which I really liked. The filling looks crazy, but sometimes I do too, so I'm not gonna judge it. There was just too much filling, and the issue is there's no difference in textures happening here. There's only mush and tortilla. If it had rice, if it had queso, if it had arroz, which is also rice, I feel like the texture would be more bearable, but it's just such a thick blob of mush, I couldn't handle it, so I squeezed it out, and that made it a lot more edible. The filling itself doesn't taste bad. It kind of tastes like taco meat with like a hint of Dr. Pepper. I don't know that man, he's not my doctor, but there was a hint of that. I just think with more fillings and different flavors, this could be a much more exciting item. Right now it's too simple and too goopy. I know that's what Gwyneth likes to eat. She's like, give me all the goop. Now, but I'm not Gwyneth. I'm Timmy's Takeout, so I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 10. Last but not least, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Another candy. When I saw this, I thought to myself, filled sour gummies, wild raspberries. That sounds like a fun time. They look like eggs. Interesting. Where's the filling? After when my teeth are already making those chalkboard noises. Okay, I think I need Dr. Dentist to come over here. I see the filling, I do. But was I crazy to expect like a liquid filling? It's just like a different kind of gummy inside of the gummy. What's up with gummies and gummies? Why is this a new trend? Should I just start putting a burger in a burger, a taco in a taco, a hot dog in a hot dog? That sounds painful. I do like the flavor though. It's a little floral, just a hint. There's an aftertaste of Bath and Body Works, but I kind of don't mind that. Other than the floral flavor, there's also a very nice sour, but not too sour, raspberry flavor that I'm really enjoying. It tastes like blue. You know how like blue candy has its own vibe? That's what it's giving. Now when it comes to waffles, they definitely have their own vibe as well, but that's not what this video is about. So I'm gonna give them a nice 7 out of 10. Okay, lunch was interesting. Hopefully dinner will be a little bit better.
It's time for our Thursday dinner, so we're having the buffalo style chicken egg roll, the steamed beef pho dumplings, the banquet mega bowl chicken fried beefsteak meal, and also the Edward chocolate pie. Alice? I air fried my chicken egg roll, and as you can see, my air fryer has gotten messier throughout the days, so I'm cooking it in the one corner that's sort of clean. This is what the frozen meal looks like, and this is what the frozen dumplings look like. I just microwaved all of it because that's what it said to do, and this is my final meal. What do we, oh, what happened to her?
So one of my dumplings seems to be having a little bit of possible eczema, or maybe something with its yeast. There is, something is going on, so I'm just gonna set that one aside. But we're gonna eat these dumplings first. You know why? Because I have been craving dumplings so badly. I've been seeing all these short form girlies posting their little shorts of them putting dumplings like into raw onions and then eating it like the Grinch. And I love that. I love that they're taking risks like that. And it looks so good to me. Now, I don't have a big raw onion because once again, I'm not the Grinch, but I'm gonna try the dumplings with the little sauce packet they came with. I'm just gonna pour that on now. I should have opened it up more. Wait. Oh! Everything is busting out. Oh, even me. Whew. They are beef pho flavor. Now, I used to think that pho was pronounced faux, like friend or foe, or faux Riley's dumpling juice. But no, it's pho. We are cultured on this channel. We are educated. Let's dig in and see how they taste. They're very nice and hot. Baby, go! Keep going. You're doing a good job. I don't know if you've ever seen underneath a BB Go dumpling, but it kind of looks like a sack. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm not using chopsticks. I don't have any around right now, and I have no clue how to use them, but at least I can pronounce pho. These are incredible, not sponsored by BB or Go or Pho. They are soup dumplings, first of all. I didn't realize that because they didn't say soup dumplings, but they are full of beef broth. The dough itself is perfectly chewy. It's just chewy enough, but it's still very soft, and the meat filling is so good. Like, it's not super beefy or greasy. It's a light beef flavor, and it mainly tastes like strong ginger. And and a very strong onion flavor too. So I don't think the short form girlies have to keep munching on onions like they're apples. You don't have to do that. You don't, even if it's a trend, you don't have to. And then the sauce is like a classic soy sauce, tangy, sweet moment. And it's so good. It's so good. I could eat 5 boxes of these. 10 out of 10, perfection. Okay, next up, let's try the buffalo egg roll. So I'm very hyped about this because, you know, I feel like buffalo egg rolls aren't common unless if you're at a sit-down restaurant, then they have fun things like that. But in frozen aisles, we typically aren't rewarded with these exciting creations. You know what I mean? So, oh wow, okay. Am I okay? Am I okay? There was like something in my throat and it was making me talk weird. I'm okay. Let's hope it tastes good. Stop it! I'm okay, I'm safe. I'm just here talking to my girlies. Nothing bad can happen to me unless if there was an asteroid, of course. The dinosaurs were probably also eating a buffalo chicken egg roll when it happened. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That to me tasted like buffalo tuna. You know, like the fish that swims in the sea, the fish that Jessica Simpson thought was chicken. Yeah, that one. This tastes like tuna. It tastes like a packet of buffalo bumblebee thrown into an egg roll, a greasy one, real nasty. And I really don't mind tuna, but something about hot tuna, I can't do it. People that eat tuna melts are the bravest among us. There's something about that that really icks me out. So I'm sorry, guys. I have to give that 1 sardine out of 1,000 fish. Okay, we have something that's hopefully good. This is another banquet meal. Yes, I got 2 banquet meals back to back almost. And I'm really excited about it. This actually brought back a memory, and this is a sincere memory. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not joking, okay? When I was probably like 9, my parents took a long trip to Kenya. I think it was like a 2-week trip. And this was before we all moved to Kenya. I sound like I'm lying. I'm not lying. And because it was a 2-week trip, of course, there was like a nanny staying with us, but they wanted to stock us up on food. And they told us we could get like, you know, like 14 dinners, 14 lunches, whatever. I chose all banquet meals because first of all, it was one of our only options, but also because I loved banquet meals so much. And I remember how magical it was to literally stack up the banquet meals. I felt like the most blessed little bald-headed person. I wasn't bald back then, but in my soul, I was, you know, in the world. That's how I felt. And I had so much fun eating them. It was just a magical memory. I'm sorry I had to say it. Anyways, this is the chicken fried beef steak bowl. So is it beef or chicken? I feel like a waiter at a wedding. Okay, so it says here, beef patty fritters on mashed potatoes, corn, and green beans, topped with country-style gravy and cheese. Looks very soupy. I think it's 85% gravy, and I'm happy about that. Okay. Oh my. Basically, every part of this is absolutely horrendous besides the beef patty fritters. Wow. Those are innovative for banquet. I feel like they actually used real cow this time. These literally taste like any good old country fried steak with a hamburger patty texture. They don't taste greasy. The breading has that really strong black pepper flavor to it. And it is soggy, but to me that kind of works. They're just really delicious bites of patty. Wow, luxury. But the rest is really a flop. The issue is that the gravy mixes with the potatoes and it truly just creates a sort of tasteless soup. It's like if you went to Panera Bread and got the country baked potato soup and then they took out the potatoes and the country and there was nothing left besides liquid. And the vegetables must have had a lot of water in them. As they cooked, I think that those waters dripped out and it kind of gave the whole thing this vegetable water flavor. And I feel like vegetable water is something they probably drank in the medieval times, but we're not in the medieval times. Thankfully, we shower. So I'm gonna have to give this overall a 4 out of 10. But if it was just based on the beef thingies, I'd give them a big old 9. I'm mostly happy with that. Last but not least, we have chocolate cream pie. I have had this in the past, but like from Publix, you know, and I know it's good. I really do. That's why I got it, so I could feast. They are by Edward. Your pie. It's cold. Let's eat it. And I might have both slices. If I do, please do not see me differently. Actually, see me as someone that's capable of more. Here it is. Oh my. I'm so excited. I'm resisting you. Get out of here. Go! That is one of the most delicious frozen desserts out there. The best part is the crust. It tastes like crumbled up cake. And then the chocolate mousse part is not too rich. It is sweet, but it has the perfect amount of chocolatey flavor. It's the perfect texture. It's so easy to just devour because it's so light. And then the whipped cream on top just adds even more creaminess. It's incredible! 10 out of 10, what can I say? So this was a pretty great meal besides that egg roll, but don't worry, it rolled away. And tomorrow is a new day. Day 5. We are currently at Dollar General Market. Let's go get our food and say aye aye Captain one last time to Mr. General. Is his mustache as thick and furry as Colonel Mustard's? Probably not, but he does have massive pecs, so everyone has their own strengths.
So I think Elsa had another tantrum because the freezer section, mama, a storm came through here. So for my Friday lunch, I got the smoked cheddar Cheez-Its. They're new. I got this Lily's toaster grilled cheeseburger situation type deal type moment. And I also got some hush puppies as well, and a toaster strudel for dessert. Now for my dinner, I got this K-pop demon hunter ramen. I think she suspects I'm a demon and she couldn't be more wrong. And I got some Arby's seasoned curly fries and Tyson honey barbecue boneless chicken anytizers. And for dessert, these chocolate donut dippin' sticks. So this is the price of everything. Let's make our lunch. So this is what the grilled cheeseburger looks like. It really does look fresh. Oh, my buttery flaky crisp just got sprained. I literally air fried everything besides the Cheez-Its. I did have to use the whole dirty air fryer surface. So let's just see it as extra flavor, right? And this is the final meal.
Let's first try these smoked Cheez-Its. You girlies know I love Cheez-Its. My favorite Cheez-Its are the hot and spicy ones, the ones that taste like Tabasco sauce. Oh! But I've never had smoked cheddar Cheez-Its. These are apparently new. And it's so interesting to me, like they smoked the cheddar like a brisket. And I just know that there's a cow somewhere saying that should have been me. He took my spot, my own nectar. Ooh. It smells like bacon dog treats. I love bacon, I love you. I love bacon, I love you. Let's try it. Mmm. Oh. Mmm. I love it when I eat a lot of Cheez-Its and there's like Cheez-It dough stuck to the sides of my molars. It's one of the joys of life. These are incredible. They might be like my third favorite Cheez-It, I think. They don't taste like how they smell. They don't taste like a Purina delicacy. They taste very cheesy. There's almost a white cheddar flavor to them, so they're like a bit extra tangy. And then the smokiness is a little bit hammy, but it mainly just kind of tastes like the forest, you know? It is such a real, authentic smokiness. They're just fantastic. 10 out of 10. I adore them. Next up, we got this. This is a grilled cheese cheeseburger, and it got real crispy in the air fryer. Listen. Wait, the mic is over here. Oh my goodness. I'm getting crumbs all over me. Why am I itching my sandwich? Let's just try it. Okay, wow. You know, in Italy, they call that a panini. I have to say, the bread itself really does taste like a fresh, crispy grilled cheese. It has that real griddled flavor. And I did not expect that. I thought it would taste different or off or something. It really doesn't. And the cheese tastes like American cheese. The one thing that's a little odd, a little unique. That's what people say about me when they see me. They're like, you look so unique. I love being insulted. Have you ever had a cheeseburger flavored Hot Pocket? It tastes like the meat in a Hot Pocket. It doesn't taste real, but it doesn't taste bad. It's hard to explain. There's a certain kind of foamy texture that's actually kind of satisfying to bite into, and a flavor that is beefy, but also a bit cyborg-like. So it's like beef meets computer, and it somehow kind of works. I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. Okay. Next up, we got the Hush Puppies. Now, every time I eat Hush Puppies, I like to cosplay as a librarian. Shh, stop it. We're in the library. Can you please quiet your puppy? He keeps barking. Now we're just gonna open this book to page 22. You know, growing up, sometimes we would go to Long John Silver's, and that's where I had my first hush puppy. And I really enjoyed it, even though it told me to shut up, and then it called me an idiot sandwich. It really sounded like Gordon Ramsay. They have this really nice kind of bready flavor with like spices in it, so it's like bread with seasoning, you know what I mean? This just tastes like rancid oil. It's so oily, you can see the oil seeping into the bread itself. Otherwise, it has no flavor. There's no hush puppy seasoning at all. I hate it. It's bossy. It keeps shushing me during movies. I hate when I'm talking during a movie, I'm trying to say what I want to say and people shush me. Let me speak. I'm making the movie more interesting. 0 out of 10. Not even an uno puppy. Last but not least, we have the toaster strudel. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Timmy, out of all things, you chose a toaster strudel for dessert. You're so basic. Mom, I haven't had a toaster strudel in like 10 years, okay? Also, my father is the president of Toaster Strudel, and I have a sixth sense. I can tell when the strudel is gonna be toasted. So, ooh, very sticky, kind of like saliva. Let's try it. Mmm. You know, I remembered toaster strudels having more filling than that. I swear that was like a fourth of the filling they used to put. It used to ooze out, but this was like almost dry. It was like almost toaster Sahara. It did have a nice strawberry flavor, but I did not really see the cream cheese in there, to be honest. And pastry itself was very crunchy, very nice. It was lacking what it used to be. It used to be glorious. And now what is it? Mediocre strudel. But I gotta say, it's still better than Pop-Tarts. If you like Pop-Tarts more than toaster strudels, I would love to say there's hope for you, but I don't think there is. I'm gonna have to give that 5 out of 10. I took away half the points because half the filling was missing. I will see you guys for dinner, our final meal of the week.
It is time for the final dinner. We have the K-pop Demon Hunter ramen, the Tyson boneless barbecue chicken bites, the seasoned curly fries, and the chocolate donut stick. So as you can see, I air fried the Anytizers and the curly fries. I'm surprised they kept their curls. They must have a really firm perm. And then I made the ramen. I put these little flakes into it. Yes, they're called flakes. And I realized that some of those flakes were mushrooms. So I scooped those right out using my antifungal fork. And then I put the seasoning into it, and it was this really pretty orange color, mixed it all up, and it smelled delicious. Anyways, this is my final meal. What do we think? Neon orange is my favorite flavor.
So I don't know if you've heard of this little Netflix movie called K-pop Demon Hunters. I love a phenomenon. This is not sponsored by Netflix or demon hunting as an activity, but it's a movie that people love. I saw it, I really liked it. I've always wanted to taste test a hunted demon, and this diva looks fierce. She looks kind of mad. Don't look at me like that. I'm not half demon, your best friend is. Look at her like that. I'm half angel, half Cuban, okay? And I think the actual flavor is Shin Ramyun. I don't know what that is, but let's just taste test it and then Google it, okay? Oh, spicy. Ooh. Oh. Oh. This is so good. This is truly one of the best instant ramens Mama has ever had. First of all, it's very salty. When they said we're going up, 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 they were talking about my sodium levels. It's also genuinely very spicy, but in an enjoyable, fun way. It's not so spicy that I can't handle it. Now, a lot of you guys aren't big fans of spicy food, so this will probably make you pass out, but I can handle it. I'm just built like that. I'm dripping. Flavor, do I have any boogers? Flavor-wise, it tastes like a really flavorful roast chicken ramen. If you've ever had the roast chicken flavor, I love it so much. With tons of spiciness, tons of chili flavor, and a hint of sweetness. It is truly so good. I love it so much. And if I ever see another K-pop Demon Hunter ramen at the store, I'm gonna say that's my favorite flavor. 10 out of 10. Wow. Next up, we got Arby's fries. I know you think, Timmy, you're just gonna make the same old Arby's joke. They got the meats, even though you're meatier and they don't have you. But I'm not gonna make that joke today. I like to keep it fresh and keep your expectations on edge. Wow. You know, my mom has really curly hair. So every time I see curly fries, I'm like, Mama, is that you? These fries taste exactly like Arby's real fries. This is the closest to fast food you can get in the frozen aisle. They're perfectly crispy. I left them in the air fryer for longer than they said to, so I think that's also why they're so good, but they have the exact Arby's seasoning flavor. And I'm noticing right now that Arby's fry seasoning really has a lot of cumin in it. There's a strong cumin vibe, and it makes me think, is Mr. Arby Latina? Is it now gonna be boom, 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 boom? We got the chorizo! It should be. That's a much better slogan. Their perfection, 10 out of 10. I'm so impressed. If you've had Arby's fries, you've had these. Now it's time for Tyson. Hey, old friend. I feel kind of awkward, but let's just dig in. Okay, so yeah, good job, buddy. If I seem kind of awkward while I was eating that, it's because for the past couple years, I've been dragging him on my channel saying he makes the worst chicken. I hate every product he puts out. He's also a terrible person, you know? So seeing him again face to face was kind of like, oh, how's the wife? But I gotta say, those weren't bad. They had a semi-real texture in the sense that it did feel like real chicken, but more so like random pieces thrown together, like a Franken chicken. But I could feel the authentic gobbler within. The breading itself was a little cakey, but it didn't taste greasy, so that was exciting. And the barbecue sauce was very flavorful. It really soaked into the breading, and it was tangy, sweet, and the perfect amount of it. So was it amazing? No, but it was pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. Last but not least, we got these tasty cake chocolate dip-in sticks. I guess you're supposed to dip this into hot chocolate, coffee, broccoli and cheddar soup, whatever you want, you know? And the name Tasty Cake brings me back, because that's what people used to call me. They used to say, hey, Tasty Cake, and I would say, who, me? I love any kind of a packaged donut. I really do. I'm so excited right now. More. So excited. Oh. Mmm. You know what? Let's dip it. Oh! I need another one. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone says. Cake donuts are better than normal donuts. Those taste exactly like the Dunkin' chocolate cake donut. Remember when Dunkin' was called Dunkin' Donuts? Back when they had confidence in their product? Exactly. Does Fanta stain tables? That's orange. My table's orange. Then what's it doing to my stomach lining? Tattooing me? Those have the perfect cake donut flavor. It almost tastes like a muffin, but denser, perfectly sweet. The glaze is a little bit crispy on the outside, which adds such a nice texture. And they were a little bit dry on the inside, but I didn't mind. You're supposed to dip it into something anyways. So if it's dry, it's on you. 10 out of 10. So girlies, the week is over. This has been such a fun week, honestly. And I truly feel like we found so many delicious items at these dollar stores. Of course, some of them were questionable, but that goes for any store, not just dollar stores. And I had the best time with you. Thank you for watching this whole thing. If you did, you're that girl. Also subscribe. Oh, and I am not gonna be posting next week because I have realized that I only have enough time to make 3 big videos a month. So one of the weeks will be an off week, but I'll still be posting 3 long events every single month. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. I love you so much. Bye, girlies. Mwah.